The other day I did a video of being under here and looking at all the rusty stuff, and then I sprayed it with that New Hampshire Oil Undercoating stuff. And this is what it looks like now. And I like that all that stuff up in there, which is brake lines and fuel lines and all that stuff, is coated really well because I want it to be. And there's a few places I can see up in here, like up in behind that shock absorber, that didn't get coated. So I'm going to be under here doing this again very soon. But I just want to give you a general quick look at what I did under here with a quick spray. And, I got to looking at all this and thinking I'd really like to have it coated, because I'm not going to take that car down to Georgia right away, this car. I'm driving it up here this winter. So I was thinking, well, it'd be good to get it all coated and try to, and I want to talk about a few other things. I bought this stuff a lot of years ago, maybe. I was trying to remember. Could it have been 8 years ago? Anyway, in talking to the young feller, I don't know if he's a young feller or not, but he sounds like he is, but I've been having a conversation with the feller who owns the company over there, and he says that they've updated the process a lot. He says they make this stuff now that's clear, so you can get the black or you can get the clear stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, clear. If that was clear, you could spray it on something and you could look at it and you could see what it's doing up under the spray. That would be like amazing. He also said that a lot of chemicals that they put on the highways have an adhesive in them, so that even if you wash it with a pressure washer, they might not come out. So they've developed some stuff you can spray under your vehicle to unstick the sticky chemical that holds salts and what's that stuff? It's something chloride, but there's calcium chloride that they use instead of salt in a lot of places, like up here in Maine. It just rots cars right out. He also said that a lot of places where they have public pressure washers, they recycle the water, and when they recycle the water, that means you're spraying whatever they wash off back on whatever somebody else has washed off their car back on your car when you're using that. So, that's not doing you any good. So they've got a lot of processes, a lot of refined processes. They've changed some chemicals in the solution. They have the black solution. They have the clear solution. They have a lot of updated guns. I've got old guns here from, way back. I was using fluid film years ago. That gun farthest from you was one of theirs. And this is one of New Hampshire Oil Stop's guns that I've been using here. He said they got a lot of different guns. And the other thing is that, when I first started doing these videos, I'd never heard of this place. I just found them on the internet, and now they're getting to be a thing. Like the store right down here that works on my RV, they're doing undercoating now. They got a big sign out front, New Hampshire Oil Undercoating. It's part of their business now. It's just big. And I talked to the owner of the company today. He called me. I'll play that phone call after a bit. And he said, man, we're selling this stuff in Canada, we're shipping it to Russia, we're selling it all over the world. It's getting to be a really big deal. And the reason is the way he explained it to me is he was a guy like me who had a vehicle that he didn't want to rust out, and he was trying to figure out how to preserve his vehicle, and he got involved with some chemists and some different people, and they started putting together formulas, and they've developed a formula which he believes is the best. And a lot of other people are buying into it because they're buying it. Places that used to do this stuff, they're leaving them and coming to this guy's company because they think it's better. So I kind of like that idea that he's being successful. He's going to send me some stuff, and when he does, I'm going to use it. Probably not now. It's like the middle of winter. It's 20 degrees today, and if he sent me something to wash the underside of my vehicle, everything would freeze. It wouldn't work. But I told him at some point when I'm messing around with the car, I'll make videos of using that. But what I can do is go up to my buddy Wayne's shop, Luce's Garage up here, and I was thinking I could maybe shoot some videos of them, doing some undercoating. And because he's going to send me some stuff, I guess that I'm going to it'll be considered paid. Like when you do a YouTube video, if you're paid to do something, then I guess receiving stuff means paid. So at this point, I'm not being paid for doing anything. I just did this and I do this because I like old cars, and old cars rust. And if you live in Washington State like Ken does, you can go out and find all the old cars you want. They don't have a speck of rust on them. But if you live in Maine, if you buy a car that's 10 years old, I can take you out here in my neighbor's yard and show you trucks 2005 Chevy trucks where the frame's rotted half in two. I can show you. I think I don't know if he still got that Ford truck over there that's rotted half in two or not, but they just rot away. They just rot away. So if somebody can make something that'll keep that from happening, by golly, it's a good idea. And if someone can spray it on there for you instead of, see, this is me doing it myself. So you can see all these guns and all these buckets and all this black oily looking stuff, and you can just imagine it's, you know, I got some splashed over here. You can just imagine this is not the kind of process that everybody who owns a car is going to want to have to go through in order to try to keep your vehicle from rusting away. And that's why there's places around here now that do that stuff. So I thought I'll just breeze over, say hi to Wayne, see if he'll let me at some point film some of his stuff. And I had a phone call from this other guy that owns that company out in New Hampshire, so I'll put that up and let y'all see that. And then it's up to y'all. Y'all can decide for yourself. Those of you that don't need it, live out down south or out in California, you don't need it. But for those of you to do, it's good to know what you can find to keep your vehicle from disintegrating. That's all I'm going to say about that for now.